Linda Israel here. The scent of the day is pink champagne. This is a soy wax melt. You can see that it's a rather large cube in my tart warmer. If you're interested in beautiful scents that come with jewels like this ring, check out my link in the description box below. Today I am making artist trading cards for a swap that I have joined, and I'm going to use some Canvas Corp corrugated cardboard, some digital images from Calico Collage, and this stamp from the stamp set of Brutus, Monroe, as well as a few other supplies like the Rinea foil that is in, I don't know if they called it raspberry or pink, but I will put a link in my blog post so you can check out all the supplies. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this corrugated cardboard that comes in 12 by 12 sheets, and it is flexible, so I'm going to adhere this when I cut it down to another sheet of paper for the artist trading card. I've got some Liquitex gesso. You can use any kind of gesso, and what I'm going to do is place a little bit of this onto here in a random fashion. I'm not really going to pay attention to how it's put on here. I'm just going to put some on here. I'm getting a little, I'm making myself a little palette, so I'm not putting it directly onto the cardboard in case I get it in a weird spot that I don't want. So I've got a palette knife, and I'm just picking up some of this gesso, and I'm just going to cover this in random places, because my next steps, I'm going to take some Tattered Angel Glimmer Mist and spray this. So I've got my corrugated cardboard pretty much coated where I think I want the gesso. I'm going to use my heat tool and dry it just a little bit, and then I'll move on to my next step, which is to coat it with a little bit of Glimmer Mist. I have a few colors of Glimmer Mist, and I'm going to spray this to kind of give it some color. The first one is Cranberry Zing. Now make sure that you shake these side to side. That will help stir up the mica powder in the bottom. This one is True Turquoise. This one is Pop Rocks. This one is Party Pink. Go back to the true turquoise. Cranberry Zing again. Now that I've dried this a little bit, I can see that I want some more teal to come through. So I'm going to apply just a little bit more gesso on top, just so that I can get that teal to pop. So I'm getting my little palette that I was using to put the gesso on and my palette knife. I've got turquoise blue Glimmer Mist. That's looking like the colors that I wanted. All right, I'm going to dry this. Messy hands, productive work. Now this is going to be artist trading cards, so I'm getting out my paper cutter, and what I'm going to do is cut these down to 3.5 by 2.5 inches. And because I'm making a bunch of these, there's going to be, I think, 20 people participating. So I'm just going to cut this sheet down, and I'm going to try to make 24 of these. Of course, this isn't enough for 24, but you get the idea. I'm going to make 2 sheets of these when I get the chance. On my Cricut, I went in and chose to draw an oval, and then I measured the height and the width to be able to fit the Be Unique stamp. So see how that fits right in there? Now I've got my Misty, and I'm so glad that because of Christopher Allen at Brutus Monroe shows this on his channel, how to use this, and basically I got inspired to buy one. And because of that, it has made my life so much easier, because I can cut this out, take the stamp, position it where I want it to stamp on that die cut. And you can do this with die cuts or things you cut on your Cricut or Silhouette, or if you've got the Scan and Cut, anything like that. Then I close the door on my Misty. I have this positioned in the corner, and even though that's a small die cut, I don't even have to use a magnet. I've got my Brutus Monroe detail ink, and although it's off camera, I'm going to ink this up. Move my stuff out of the way. And then close the door and stamp. And I can sit here and do all of those. So I've got a bunch that I've done in the same fashion. Ink, close the door. Ink, close the door. Just keep doing that until I have a stack of them. It goes so fast. So easy to do that. Where the old days, I would have to do that, use an acrylic block, and hope that I got it straight. And if I didn't, I'd flip the piece of paper over and stamp again. This makes it so much easier. You just don't know how happy I am. Alright, now I've got the Calico Collage. I've picked one of the images that I've already trimmed down, so I know I'm going to use that on here. I've got one of the sayings, "Be unique," that I want to use on there. I haven't even opened the Rinea foil, so let's do that. This is a crafter's pack. It's got 10 sheets of 5.9 by 9.8. It is a two-sided embossed foil. It has little stars on it. And I have looks like a Paper Studios heart punch. And all I'm going to do is reach in here where I can see the heart and punch. And then you can shake it out. So there's the heart. I have some Brutus Monroe surface ink and aubergine. I'm going to go around my little gal on the edges just to give her some color. And I'm going to do the same with the Be Unique. I have these Prima flowers. They're old. I've probably had them for 7 or 8 years. And I think I want to use a couple of them on here just because I have so many of them. And then I have this hemp cord that I thought it might look good to tie a little bow. This is from Hemptique hemp cord. I'll put a link in my blog post so you can see where you can get all of the items I used today. Some things may be discontinued, but I'll try to find something that is close to what I used today. Let's see. I think this will work. Alright, so we're going to start putting this together. I have card blanks that I use when I'm making artist trading cards. And I have a stamp that is made from, let me get my, Time to Stamp. That's the stamp company. Time to Stamp makes all kinds of stamps that are the perfect size for artist trading cards. And they made this stamp that you can then use on the back of your artist trading card to give information about the card. So I'm going to stamp this first because once it's all assembled, it'll be hard to stamp that. so it has all your information about the card. And then I have my little stamp that talks about me, so I'm just going to put that, so it has my web address and my email address, and then I'll write the rest of that later. So I'm going to take this and adhere it to the back of my card, and that'll give that some stability, because the fluted cardboard kind of has a little bit of give and I don't want it to bend. So I've got my Aleene's Tacky White Glue. I'm just going to go in here and give it a good coating, edge to edge. And then what I like to do to frame my cards is I take my ink pad, this is the Brutus Monroe Detail Ink, and I'm going to go all the way around the edge and give this a nice black edge. I'm going to start assembling this, just using the Aleene's White Tacky Glue to adhere down the Calico Collage image. I'm going to use the Aleene's Tacky Glue on the Rinea foil. Got some bling from Paper Studios. What I like to do is cut the adhesive that is between each one. So there is one out of at least 24 artist trading cards that I'm going to make. I hope you enjoyed seeing how to make a mixed media artist trading card using the Canvas Corp Fluted cardboard, the Calico Collage digital images, and I believe these are Sugar Skulls. This is the Rinea foil using the Brutus Monroe Be Unique from the Rockstar Pets, some Prima flowers, the Hemptique hemp, and of course some bling there, and as well as the Tattered Angels Glimmer mist. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please comment below and share it with your friends. Every action that you do helps my videos be seen by others. That helps me to create more content, encourages me to know that I'm doing things that you like. So I greatly appreciate every action that you make on my channel. If you aren't already, please subscribe. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Check out the description box below for the blog post, which will have all the information about the products that I used today. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask below in the comment section. I try to respond within a day, depending on if I'm in town or not. If I don't respond right away, sorry, I will get to you as soon as I possibly can. Thanks so much for watching. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Have a wonderful day and keep on crafting. Bye.